What were you doing when you were 11?
Throwing rocks in the damn
Playing with Barbie dolls. You weren't
paper route.
right. You weren't sticking up gas stations and that kind of stuff. The youngest person I ever personally arrested on a felony charge was 8. They're from a culture where dad's in prison, mom's been to prison, nobody in the family has ever had a job, nobody in their entire extended family has ever had a job, and everybody in the family has a drug dependency and a criminal record. That's where they come from. Okay? When they get caught at 11 or 12 or 13, they don't go to jail, they go to juvenile court. There, they meet older offenders that are 13, 14, or 15, been in the system for years, and they teach them all kinds of new stuff. That's their elementary school. Then they get into their late teens to commit serious crimes. They go to county jail. I'll take them to juvenile court anymore once they hit about 17. So they go to county jail. There they meet an older class of offenders who've been in the system for 10 or 15 years, and they teach them a bunch of stuff. That's their middle school. Then they go right back out and commit more serious felonies, and they wind up in state prison, where they meet another class of older, more experienced offenders that teach them a bunch of new stuff. That's their high school. Whenever they're out, they're committing one crime after another. That's their OJT. That's their job experience, their life experience. Okay? Most of these guys are in and out of jail approximately half of their life on both sides. They're in for half and out for half. They're in for a couple of years, out for a year, in for a couple of years, out for a year. They die at the age of 38 on average, and they have spent half their life incarcerated by that point. That's the reality that you'll be dealing with now. Okay? So this guy's elementary school was juvenile court, his middle school was county jail, his finishing school was state prison, and his on-the-job training is sticking guns in people's faces and taking stuff from them. Now, in his past, every time he stuck a gun in somebody's face and made a demand, what did they do? Complied immediately. He gave up, he whimpered, whined, and wilted, and did whatever the hell he told him to do. So what does he expect from you? When you have your mindset that you expect something, what do you tend to see? That. And it takes you a minute to, wait, that's not. And
it's not a wallet.
Get rearranged a little bit.
He's following the pattern.
Yeah. When this guy walks in and points a gun at you and says, give it up, the last thing he expects you to do is disappear from his view and then have a gun on him. His mind is just unable to deal with that. It's just, what the fuck? If you can get 2 what the fucks out of this guy, you won the fight. Now, if you simply took a side step, this is a one-day class, we don't have time to get to that today. If we simply took a side step and disappeared out of his view, what are you supposed to go through his mind at that point?
Where'd he go?
And then he moves that around and finds you and you're pointing a gun in his face. What goes through it then?
What the
Oh, this is going to suck. Then what's the third thing goes through his mind?
Bullet. Oh, that hurts.
So that's how you buy the time to deploy your gun. You fuck up the guy's Udacite. You immediately do something aggressive, counter. What's the last thing this guy expects? Explosive counterattack. It's the last thing he expects. What he expects is compliance, and that's what he tends to see until it's too late.
Predators seldom expect prey to fight back.
Right, they don't expect predators. You know, if you tell me to give you my wallet, what does that require me to do? Move my hands around my waistline. Oh, thank you, asshole. That's the last thing he wants me to do is move my hands around my waistline. Okay? You saw me draw from concealment out there this morning. Is he going to get over that time to do anything there? Anything else? Okay. All right. It's 6:00.